For thousands of years, gigantic structures have stood in the middle of the endless desert, structures humanity still cannot fully explain. The pyramids survived wars, the collapse of civilizations, and the passing of entire eras. They stand as if time itself has no power over them. Official history claims they were built by the ancient Egyptians, people without modern technology, without cranes, without metal tools, and without machines. But the deeper researchers study the pyramids, the more questions arise, questions no one can answer with certainty. Massive stone blocks weigh dozens of tons. Some of them were transported from hundreds of kilometers away. And the strangest part is that these blocks fit together so perfectly that it is nearly impossible to slide even a thin blade between them. How could people thousands of years ago achieve such precision? Even modern engineers admit that recreating such construction today would be incredibly difficult and expensive. But the mysteries do not end there. The pyramids are aligned almost perfectly with the cardinal directions. Without satellites, without GPS, and without modern measuring instruments, the ancient builders somehow created structures with astonishing accuracy, too accurate for their time. Some researchers believe humanity simply did not possess that level of knowledge in that era. And that is where another theory begins. What if the pyramids were not built by humans? What if thousands of years ago, a civilization existed on Earth whose technology was far more advanced than we can imagine? Or perhaps, someone came from beyond this world and left behind structures humanity is still trying to understand. Because the longer you look at the pyramids, the more it feels like they should not have existed in the ancient world. And perhaps humanity's greatest mystery has been standing in the middle of the desert in plain sight this entire time. If humans really built the pyramids, then one major question remains: how exactly did they do it? Scientists believe millions of stone blocks were used during construction. Each of them weighed anywhere from several tons to dozens of tons. But ancient Egypt had no lifting cranes, no modern tools, and no powerful machinery. And yet somehow, these enormous stones were raised to heights of dozens of meters. Some blocks are cut so smoothly that they look as if they were shaped by modern machines. On the surface of the stone, researchers have found marks resembling the work of tools that should not have existed at that time. But the strangest thing is the precision of the construction. The walls and passageways inside the pyramids are aligned almost perfectly. The margin of error is so small that many engineers call it impossible for the ancient world. Even today, building such a structure would require enormous amounts of technology, specialists, and money. But thousands of years ago, people supposedly built it all by hand, with ropes, stone hammers, and the labor of thousands of workers. Too many researchers, that explanation sounds too unbelievable. And that is why the theory appeared that the pyramids were built using technologies humanity has long since lost, or technologies that never belonged to humans at all. Perhaps the ancient builders possessed knowledge thousands of years ahead of its time, or perhaps they received that knowledge from someone else, from those who watched humanity long before modern civilization existed. But the mysteries of the pyramids are not limited to their construction. Some researchers are convinced the pyramids are connected to space. The arrangement of the three main pyramids closely resembles the alignment of the stars in Orion's belt. Is it a coincidence or an ancient message? Thousands of years ago, humans did not have modern telescopes or advanced technology for studying the night sky. Yet the creators of the pyramids seem to know far more about space than they should have known at the time. Some ancient texts speak of beings who came from the sky, gods who gave humanity knowledge that changed the course of history. And perhaps the pyramids were never meant to be simple tombs. There is a theory that they served a much greater purpose. For example, giant energy structures. Inside the pyramids, scientists have recorded strange electromagnetic anomalies. And the shape of the pyramids themselves still raises questions among researchers around the world. Why did ancient civilizations across different parts of the earth build pyramids? Too many coincidences, too many mysteries. And the more humanity studies the pyramids, the stronger the feeling becomes that they were not created only for humans. Perhaps the pyramids are an ancient trace of contact between humanity and something unknown, something that came from the stars. But the most terrifying mystery of the pyramids may be hidden inside them. For thousands of years, people have explored ancient corridors and chambers, trying to understand the true purpose of these structures. And even today, new hidden spaces continue to be discovered inside the pyramids. Modern scanning technology has revealed enormous voids that no one previously knew existed. But what lies inside those hidden chambers remains a mystery to this day. Some passageways look as though they were intentionally sealed, as if someone desperately wanted to keep humanity from discovering what lies deep within the pyramids. And the deeper researchers go inside, the more strange questions appear. Why are some chambers completely empty of decorations and inscriptions? Why have archaeologists found almost none of the objects normally discovered in ancient tombs? And the strangest thing of all is the atmosphere inside. Many researchers described unusual sensations, strange sounds, pressure, anxiety, and even disorientation. Some believe the pyramids were never meant to be burial sites. Perhaps they were ancient vaults of knowledge, or structures whose purpose humanity still cannot understand. There is even a theory that deep beneath the pyramids there may be hidden tunnels and entire underground complexes, places no one has ever seen. And if that is true, then the real mystery of the pyramids is still hidden beneath thousands of tons of stone, waiting for the moment humanity finally discovers the truth. For thousands of years, humanity has tried to uncover the mystery of the pyramids. But the more discoveries and research appear, the more mysterious their story becomes, too massive, too precise, too impossible for their time. The official explanation says all of this was built by ancient humans. But many still refuse to believe that the civilization of that era possessed such knowledge and abilities. That is why more and more theories continue to emerge. Some believe the pyramids are the legacy of a lost advanced civilization. Others are convinced the ancient Egyptians received knowledge from beings who came from the stars. And some believe the pyramids were created as a device whose true purpose humanity still does not understand. Perhaps it was a source of energy, or an ancient signal, a message left behind by those who existed long before us. But there is one detail more frightening than all the others. Despite thousands of years of research, the pyramids still keep their greatest secrets. We still do not know the full truth, and perhaps humanity is not yet ready to learn it. Because if the pyramids truly were not built by humans, then one question remains. Who was watching our civilization thousands of years ago? And could they still be watching us today?